Welcome back to another episode, crew. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date what I'm trying to share with you guys. So today I want to talk about the changes in the CrossFit structure for next season. So it's announced that there's going to be season changes. It's also the CrossFit team has dropped 3 of the semi-finals, and there will no longer be a last chance qualifier. So as you remember, for the last 2 years, athletes who qualified, so for Australia, I'm pretty sure it was from 4th through to 6th, qualified for the last chance qualifier, which was an online kind of competition, and then one athlete, whoever won the last chance qualifier from those athletes from all of the semi-finals, got to go to the CrossFit Games. Now they dropped that. They have announced that CrossFit is actually going to be taking over the programming for the semi-finals. So if we remember back to regionals, back before all the changes started coming in, they started having semi-finals and sanctionals and all that kind of stuff. They used to have the regionals event, and across all of the regions, every single workout was the same for every single region. And this showed an even playing field. You could also see where all the other athletes kind of stacked up against each other in the actual field when competing at each semi-finals or each regional event. And over the last couple of years, competitions, whoever hosted the actual semi-finals or the sanctionals, they kind of got precedence and say over what events were actually held. So this year at Torian and at all the other semi-finals, there was 2 workouts that was the same for every single event that was hosted. So they had the legless rope climb, one with the shuttle runs. That was a repeat from, I believe, 2012 or something like that, quite a while back. And then they also had another workout which was exactly the same as well. Can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. However, there was only 2 workouts. But from now on, going forward into next season, all of the workouts are going to be programmed by CrossFit themselves. So, which will be awesome. I actually think that's better. I used to like it how regionals all had the same workouts and every single person had to do the exact same workout as someone else in another country. Alright, so CrossFit has announced that there's going to be the allocation of spots for each semi-final. So 10 spots will go to North America East, 10 spots to North America West, 10 to Europe, 3 to Australia, 2 to South America, 2 to Asia, 1 to Africa. There is still 2 spots from the last chance qualifier which haven't been allocated, and this will be allocated according to the ranking system based on the strength of the field. Now, if we look at the female strength of our field here in the Pacific, okay, we have got by far one of the strongest competitive fields across all of the regions. So we've got the current fittest woman on earth in Australia competing. Obviously on our men's side it's not as great, however our female side is super competitive, and I strongly believe that we should be allocated extra spots, or at least 1 extra spot for the women and the men in Australia. So CrossFit's also announced the timeline of events for next year, so they've come in really early for people who like to plan and schedule things. So the Open starts on the 16th of February, runs through to the 6th of March. Then the quarterfinals, I like that they've kept the quarterfinals actually because it gives them a chance to have, your top 10%, which is where quite a few recreational, non-serious, serious competitors sit, and they like to see, I found over the last couple of years, they like to see how they rank just against other people doing higher competitive workouts. So that's from the 16th to 19th of March for individuals, from the 29th to the 31st of March for teams, and then from the 31st of March to the 2nd of April for age groups. So that's like your masters and your teens and stuff like that. Then we've got semi-finals. So there is an online semi-finals for age groups. It's from the 28th to the 30th of April. And then from the 18th of May to the 4th of June is the individual semi-finals and teams, and they'll be hosted at actual locations. And then the CrossFit Games is from the 1st to the 6th of August. Now, they have also announced that in 2024, Birmingham in Alabama, still in the US, is going to be the new host location of the 2024 CrossFit Games. They'll get probably 3 or 4 years allocated to them, and they'll host the CrossFit Games. So this will be the final year that will be hosted in Madison. So in other news, the Rogue Invitational starts in 2 weeks' time, I believe. So athletes are starting to make their way over to the US who got given passes and stuff. So I know Ricky Garrard, he already left. Cara Saunders is on her way currently to the US. She's competing. Now, unfortunately, we won't be seeing Tia competing. She hasn't officially declined her invite. However, she does have a back injury. And then a couple of weeks after that, obviously, we're going to have Chasing Better Throwdown here in Australia, and then we're having the Down Under CrossFit Championships. So, got a fair bit of stuff coming up, a lot of CrossFit competitions. It'll be awesome, great to see some changes happening throughout the CrossFit space. Love to hear your thoughts about the changes and the structures, and if you think it's going to work, or if you liked how it was and you didn't want any changes at all. Love to hear from you guys. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and keep up to date what I'm sharing with you all. Thanks, team.